Use Management Committee. I'm Councilmember Weezer. I've been joined by Councilmember Englander. And we'll quickly go through these items. It should be a short agenda. First on the agenda is item 5, which we will note and file. That's the Director's Report. Item number 4, we will continue. And for the record, can we read that into the record, please?
Sure, Councilman. It's an appeal in CD5 relative to a zone variance for a golf, for a fence that will exceed the height limit. And the continuance is for March the 4th.
We'll continue that to March 4th here in Plum.
Yes, sir.
And item number 3, if you can read that into the record, please.
Sure.
We will refer that to staff.
It's item 3, council members, is a motion by Mr. O'Farrell, Mr. Labange. It's instructing building and safety to provide options for an increased fee structure for demolition work.
Thank you. We're going to refer that to staff. Mr. John Garoto, are you here? We actually referred it to staff. We normally do not hear public testimony, but I'll give you a minute if you want to say something now or wait till... Okay, great. Thank you. We'll continue it and have that staff come back to Plum at a reasonable time, back to Plum. We'll work also with CD13 and Mr. Labange on that. Labange is what, 4? CD4, okay. So that's item number 3. Okay, so we'll go to item number 1. Can you read that into the record, please?
Sure. Item 1, Councilman, it's a communication from the mayor. It's relative to the appointment of Mr. George Hovogimian to the Board of Building and Safety Commissioners.
Welcome.
Good afternoon.
And forgive me, but it's Mr.
Hovogimian.
Hovogimian.
Yes.
And you were previously on the City Planning Commission, so
That's
I want
correct.
to thank you for that service and for your contributions, and welcome you to your recommendation by the Mayor's Office for the Building and Safety Department. And quite quickly, if you could just let us know your background and your interest in serving on this commission.
I'm an engineer by trade. I've been graduated since '74, and I'm working like an engineer in the city of Los Angeles probably for the past 40 years. So I know the trade. I just wanted to volunteer my services, help the city, whatever it needs for. So.
Great. Well, thank you. And again, thank you for your service on the previous commission and on this commission. And I think with your knowledge on serving on the previous commission, you kind of know how this works, and
That's correct.
continue to provide your service to the city. So with that, any questions or comments?
Thank you.
Impressive resume.
What do you think needs to be enhanced or focused on in terms of the structure what are some things we can do to make the city a little more business friendly, to make it a little easier?
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry, I cannot hear you. I'm accountant. I know this place. The acoustics is not so good.
Yeah, the acoustics are not good.
Yeah.
What recommendations would you have to help the department make it a little more customer service friendly, or what do we think from your perspective? What would you offer up or suggest? Or you've seen some changes can or shouldn't be made? Or I know a lot of things we do well. We could always focus on that, and I know they've made a lot of terrific changes over the last couple of years, outside of the fact that their budget's been cut, as every other department has. But from your perspective and your experience, what would you suggest?
It really depends on the workload I believe that the city will be faced. From time to time, when the workload is moderate, the employees or the people that work for the department, they can keep up with the workload, and that will help a lot. But as you know, that our trade, it has its ups and downs. Whenever it's go to the up, when the load starts increasing, like you submit a plans for plan check, it takes you like 28 days to do a plan check. What you can do about that. That is something, but I'm sure that the department came up with a good solution, which they call it with expediting the plan check. So that helps. You pay a little bit more and you expedite your services. Other than that, for the department to serve the people, I guess from my own experience, I never had a problem with the department, both in engineering, when construction, in supervision, or in other areas. I see that the department has a lot of supervisors that whenever you're in an issue, you can go and talk to them. They resolve your issues quite fast, and they find solutions for you. So overall, I'm very comfortable with the way the department works. Of course, it doesn't mean that there's nothing else to be done. There's a lot to be done, but you have to be more insider to find out that how that niches are there in order to come to better solutions, or to propose better things rather than standing from outside.
So we will refer this item upon a recommendation to approve. And when would this be in council?
This will be in council Wednesday, February 19th.
Okay. See you then.
Thank
you. Congratulations. Next item.
Next item, council members, is a communication from the mayor relative to the appointment of Ms. Donna Choi to the East LA Area Planning Commission.
Thank you and welcome. And,
Thank you.
Have you ever served at any commission before?
I've not, and I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah. And so again here, I want to thank you for your willingness to serve and volunteering your time. And if you could just tell the committee and the public a little bit about yourself and your willingness, or why you want to serve on this commission.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, I'm a great lover of the great city of Los Angeles, and every day I try to make it a better place to live and work. I was an entrepreneur for 12 years in Silver Lake, so I'm really familiar with some of the passions that go on with owning a business. And right now I am general manager of a nonprofit in Griffith Park, and so I'm very familiar with a lot of the green issues and when people try to put buildings and stuff in Griffith Park and how passionate people can be. So I embrace that, and and I love the great city of Los Angeles, so I hope to be able to put my energy towards making it better.
Oh, great. Well, thank you very much. And we had a great meeting the other day in my Boyle Heights office. We talked a little bit about the city in general, and I think this is one of those commissions, as all of them, but these in particular really speak to the everyday quality of life issues in our communities, and so it's a very important role. Any questions or comments? No, we're good. Looking up her resume on your little tablet, that's pretty cool.
Good.
Yeah.
Thank you.
East Area Planning Commission.
That's the nonprofit.
Great experience. Says here, you live in the 14th council district.
Great council district.
A fantastic council district.
At race, it says you were an Asian Pacific Islander.
Well, I'm Caucasian. That's interesting that it lists that. But my husband is an API.
It says API. Right?
That's really... I always say I'm an honorary Korean.
Yes. Well, now it's official.
Good, I can eat kimchi.
Oh, wow. You might want to, people self-identify, so you could be whatever you want, right? But for our records, you may want to talk to the mayor's office about that, and the clerk. I think it comes from the mayor's office to see what category, because we have a list of categories for each commission. It helps us track the diversity in all our commissions. You might want to correct that with them.
I think so.
So I think the volunteer activities are fascinating because it includes some political experience as well as you helped actually elect a president of the United States, which is impressive. But then it also, but then you had a Halloween treat-a-thon for the community. And
yes.
It's great because you get involved. It's clearly you get involved at all aspects of civic engagement, which I think is terrific.
Well, and you will notice that on working for the Obama campaign that it was the East East LA Latinos for Obama.
I
So
see
maybe I need to check another box.
You use multiple boxes. This is great. This is terrific. Very diversified.
Yeah.
And, it's great. Excellent. Impressive.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank
All
you.
right. Well, thank you very much.
Questions or
Any
comments?
questions?
So, talk to me about operations of a museum. What's your Travel Town Museum? I'm not familiar with it.
It's the
what's-
Train Museum in Griffith Park.
What's the operations? How much is funded by private sources? How much is funded by daily operations? How much? And then what your thoughts are, help me think about the Southwest Museum and its relationship with the Autry.
Oh, very interesting. Well, we do a lot of grant writing at Travel Town Museum Foundation, and we also get funding by our gift shop, which is there, so that's always a great source of income. But of course, as the economy fluctuates, so does your funding. So we do count on a lot of memberships for our foundation, and that's something I work a lot on. I try to get everyone to donate, whether they volunteer with us or whatever. So with the Southwest Museum, are you talking about funding?
Correct.
I
And
think grant
day-to-day
writing-
operations.
I think grant writing is really important, and it's something that's out there, but it takes a lot of time and energy. So I think that, building a board or something to write grants for that, if that's not already happening, that's a really great way to solve that problem.
Well, thank you very much, and we'll forward this to full council with a recommendation from this committee to approve.
Yay.
When would this be in council?
Ms. Choi will be in council Wednesday, February 19th also.
Okay.
We'll see you there.
Thank
So
you, council members.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Yay.
Next on the agenda,
Public comment, council.
there's no public comment, so without objection, we will adjourn this meeting. Thank you very much.